afternoon, Parlour people. Today I will be showing you how to use Quizizz, which is an online quiz platform. First, you will need to sign up if you don't already have an account. So you can click sign up and you can continue to sign in with your Google or Microsoft email addresses. However, if you want to sign up with a separate email address, feel free to do so and you press next. However, I am already a Quizizz member, so I'm just going to click login and log in. When you log in, you get taken to your home page. Now, one of the great things about Quizizz is that there is a large library of quizzes to choose from. I see what they did there. Now, because I am an information technology teacher, I would, let's say, look for a quiz on input and output devices. So instead of creating a new quiz from scratch, I can look at one of the quizzes that have already been created. A lot of information is provided. We get how many questions, what grades. Now, a special hint is that if you're operating in Trinidad and Tobago, we normally take the number that is lower for our classes. So for example, if it's 5th grade, we go one lower, so that would be standard 4. If it's 9th grade, then we go one lower, so that would be like standard 8, which is form 3 for us. And you will also see how long ago it was created. Now, this is especially important for certain teachers if there have been syllabus changes or curriculum changes, or even something with IT where there are so many devices being developed quickly. So if this quiz was about 4 years old, I may not have used it. On the right, you will see the example of questions. So you can scroll through. And if this is good enough for you, then you can click play. And immediately you have the option to either do a live session where all students play simultaneously, or you can assign it as homework. So students play on their own time. Now, my classes, personally, they love the live sessions because they get to see exactly how each person's score is moving along while they play. The questions are randomized, so it's not a matter of each person answering the same question at the same time. However, let's say one person has answered 3 questions, someone else has answered 4 questions, they see the leaderboard. So I'm going to show you what the leaderboard is like. So here you have the option to either put your class into teams or play classic. Classic is one-on-one, so each person is doing it on their own. And there are also several options to choose from for your general settings as well as your activity settings. You can shuffle questions, you can shuffle your answer options, you can have quizzes generated names, or students have the option to enter their own name as well. And you can limit how many times your students can take this quiz. So I'm just going to click classic and ensure that everything is just the way I want it. And you will be provided with a link. So if you come down here, this link button, you can click it and the link will be copied to your clipboard. So it's just a matter of going into whatever platform you're using and pasting the link. So if you're using Zoom, Google Classroom, Google Teams, you just place the link as a message and students can click on it. Or students have the option to go to joinmyquiz.com and enter this code. Now, if you're using Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams, you have the option to share there automatically. Now, below here, you will see where students, their names will start to populate once they start joining. So I'm just going to enter a test student. And you'll see that her name has popped up, and you can remove her if you need to. When all of your students have joined in, you can click start. Now, as Jane answers her questions, you will see that the leaderboard shows an almost immediate update. So let's put one of those correct. There we go. So you can see when you click on questions, which questions students would have mostly gotten correct, which would be your green questions, which ones students would have mostly gotten wrong, which would be your red ones. And there are also orange questions where it may have been a bit even. So you can see the accuracy based on all the students and the questions that they are answering. Now, if all of your students have not joined by the time you press start, you can also let them join after. It may take a little longer for them, but you can let them join. When it's finished, you can press end, or it may end on its own, depending on how quickly your students are moving. And here you have several options. So you can share a practice link for the quiz. You can see what your toughest question was, the question that students took the longest to respond to. You have the option to comment on the accuracy of this quiz, and for each student you get to see which questions they would have done correctly and which ones they would have gotten incorrect. As you review your questions again, you'll have an idea of how students did on average. And once you're finished, that's it. You can exit. And that's how you can use one of the quizzes that have already been created. Next, I'll show you how to create your own quiz on Quizizz. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.